Hello and welcome to my channel Mystical Art. This is Sarah, and in today's video I'm doing a psychic art reading of Atlantis with channeled messages about Atlantis, and later in this video I'll be featuring a poem by Kelly from Kelly's Magical Realm, and Kelly writes beautiful poetry on her YouTube channel. I've been feeling drawn towards Atlantis recently, and I was able to access a lifetime in Atlantis during a past life regression recently, and I'm feeling pulled towards the energies of Atlantis because I feel that we are being guided to reconnect with our past lives in Atlantis, to help us with bringing forward the energy from that lifetime into our present lifetime, with reconnecting with our magic. Because those of us who've experienced past lives in Atlantis, we have had magical lifetimes where we were healers and we worked with magic. People in Atlantis were a lot more advanced than us spiritually, and that knowledge and that magic that we had from those lifetimes and being told is still in our DNA, is still in our archaic records, and we are being guided now to connect back with those past lives to help us bring out those gifts, because as we're going into a 5D world, we'll be able to utilize those gifts. We'll be able to access and use those abilities in this new 5D world. As we reconnect with these past lives in Atlantis, we'll see our gifts, our spiritual gifts blossoming, and we'll be able to remember more in our dreams, in our meditations. I called on my spirit guides and my higher self to help me with this psychic art reading today, and I kept seeing a lot of pinks, purples and blues as I was drawing this image. I could see these beautiful buildings as I was drawing, and these buildings are all connected. I feel like there was a much stronger community spirit within Atlantis, and people lived more equally. There were more people living together, and people were living more equally. And I feel that these buildings were eco-friendly. I get this feeling of a community working together. There's a lot of healers, mediums, people working spiritually, people were more connected to the higher chakras, and people were working together to make the world a better place. And there were very advanced technologies in this world as well. In the past life regression I had, I kept being shown portals. I was moving in between portals, and I remembered that some of these portals were closed as the fall of Atlantis. I could see there were some that stayed open and are still open now, but some of these portals had to close as the energies of the earth were lowering. But I feel that they are going to reopen again soon. As the consciousness rises on our planet, we will see these portals reopening, and there'll be more of these high vibrational portals on earth. But I feel there's going to be more of them reopening, and we'll be able to feel these higher vibrational energies in more places on earth. And I asked my higher self, how can we reopen these portals? And I was told that we need to keep loving and healing ourselves. By loving ourselves, we help to raise the vibration of the planet, which will help to reopen these portals. Dolphins have a very high vibrational energy, and they have always been high vibrational. Even though the earth has lowered in frequency, the dolphins have remained high vibrational. The dolphins were the messengers of Atlantis, and they still remember Atlantis. They still have access to this knowledge, and the dolphins will help us with raising the vibration of the planet. Dolphins help us with open our heart chakra and also our third eye. If you are seeing the dolphin around a lot at the moment, or you have a dolphin spirit animal, then know that they are helping you with opening your third eye and helping you to heal your heart chakra. As your heart chakra heals, you will find that your spiritual abilities improve. You may have found it difficult with opening up spiritually and developing your spiritual gifts, and this is because of your lack of belief in yourself. And so your dolphin wants to help you with healing your heart chakra so you can open up your third eye and develop your spiritual gifts. I keep being shown the scrolls of Atlantis. I feel that these scrolls we can access in our meditations. These scrolls contain higher knowledge, higher spiritual knowledge, and I feel that we can visit these scrolls of Atlantis. We can access wisdom from our past lives during meditation in dreams. The spirit is saying that these scrolls of Atlantis still exist on higher dimensional planes, so we can still access them. And if you are feeling guided to reconnect with a past life in Atlantis and to help you with your spiritual development, then you can ask your spirit guides, ask your higher self to help you with accessing these scrolls of Atlantis. If you are feeling frustrated that this ascension into the 5D is taking a long time, then know that it is part of the process. I'm being told that it takes time for these energies to adjust, to change, and we feel this shift gradually. It's not a sudden shift. We're going to feel this shift gradually, but helping to heal ourselves will help with this shift. It'll help us to raise our consciousness. I'm being told that we are going full circle. We are going back to these times of higher consciousness that we had in Atlantis, of higher spiritual power. We had to lose what we had in Atlantis as an important lesson for humanity. Humanity needed to learn to find their own way out of the dark, is what I've been told. We had to learn to rebuild. We had to learn to set our egos aside and learn to rebuild, learn to find our faith. Is part of a lesson for our collective consciousness to learn, because in the times of Atlantis, we weren't individuals as such. We were a community. Everyone had access to higher knowledge. People were more evolved, and part of the lesson that we need to learn in this cycle that we're experiencing is that we had to learn that we can find our way back to higher consciousness, find our way out of the darkness by listening to our intuition, by coming together. And there's still more learning to go, but we are going into this new cycle now. We're still learning, we're still healing, but we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a gradual process, and we're still learning this lesson now, but we are finding our way back now. I will do more videos on Atlantis in the future. Thank you for watching, and now here's Kelly with her poem.
Hey, this is Kelly with Kelly's Magical Realm. I'm doing a collaboration today with Sarah from Mystical Arts, and I'm reading my ASMR poem called Atlantis. A sparkling land with underwater castles and gardens. There were caves with healing sounds and angelic voices that were so profound. Children riding seahorses and dolphins. Laughter filled the air. Different star families lived as one. Soul families riding in on waves from the sun. There was a council with a high court with Ascended Master Hilarion. And Saint Germain gave healing sessions. He had sparkling rocks and pearls. Algae was used in certain mixtures. They developed different healing tinctures. Some mermaids were as blue as the sea, representing the different star families. Soulkin formed a trine. No matter what, there was no divide. Exploring the depths of the sea, swimming in different realities. Some were in sync, and two were like one. Until one day, when an eclipse went over the sun, a wave rolled in with mortals, and it turned into a perilous sea. They were a curious bunch of onlookers who got wind of Atlantean beings. Jealous of their powers at hand, they wanted to take over this ancient land. They spread their greed, and they promised various delights of the land to the merfolk and various creatures. As the humans destroyed Atlantis, most decided to go away, but not all. Some decided to stay and made a plan to return in our modern day. Even when all seemed lost, some stayed behind and hid, no matter what the cost.